Good morning students. I hope you all are well and safe at your home. So this video is for the students of class 9, subject science, chapter number 14, that is natural resources. Topics to be discussed in today's lecture are what is wind, rain and air pollution. Let's start with our first topic, wind. What is wind? Wind is the movement of air. Okay, it is the movement of air. Now the question arises, what causes the movement of air? Or what decides whether this movement will be in the form of gentle breeze or a strong wind or a terrible storm? So let's answer a few questions. The first question is, what causes wind? When air gets heated, it rises up and produces low pressure and cool air moves into to take its place. This movement of air causes wind. Means when air is getting heated, right? When air is getting heated, it will rise up and at that place low pressure is created. A low pressure is created where the air is getting heated, right? Now at that place low pressure is created, right? So the cool air from the region of high air pressure, it will occupy this region containing low pressure of air, right? So and cool air moves into to take its place. Okay, so the cool air, it is moving from the high air pressure region to occupy this low air pressure region. So this movement of air causes wind. So are you clear about the answer of this question? What causes wind? So what we can say, movement of air from the region of high air pressure to the region of low air pressure causes wind. Now, let us discuss two more terms. What do you mean by sea breeze and land breeze? What is sea breeze? During the day, the land gets heated faster than the sea. Okay, during the day, which is getting heated faster, land or sea? It is the land which is getting heat faster. So the hot air which is present above this land, okay, this is heating, right? So the air present above it, it will be hot. So this hot air which is present above this land, it will rise up and cool air from the sea will move towards land. So this movement is called as sea breeze. Okay, sea breeze is movement of air from sea to land. And how? The land is heated. Okay, so the hot air will be there. This hot air, it will rise up. Then cool air will come into its place and the movement takes place. So this is called as sea breeze. And what is land breeze? It is opposite of sea breeze. How? The land breeze. When does it happen? It happens during the night. Okay. Sea breeze is happening during the day and land breeze is happening during the night. Now during the night, which gets cool? The sea or the land? The land gets cool faster as compared to sea. The sea, it will cool slowly. So the hot air which is present above the sea, it will rise up. Then the cool air which is present above the land, it will occupy this space. Okay, it will move towards sea. So the movement of air from land to sea, it is called as land breeze. Okay, sea breeze is the movement of air from sea to land, and land breeze is the movement of air from land to sea. So are you clear about these two terms? So this was about sea breeze and land breeze. Now your next topic is rain. You are familiar with this word rain, right? So let us go back to the question how clouds are formed and brings us rain. What happens? Water bodies, they get heated during the day. Okay, during the day the water bodies, they will get heat. Okay, then after getting heating they get evaporated into the air. Evaporation process takes place. Okay, so the water bodies, they are getting heated, they are then evaporating, and after evaporation they form water vapors, right? Now this vapor, it will rise up. After rising up it will cool. It will cool. Then it will condense. First the water bodies, they are getting heated. The evaporation process is taking place. After evaporation process the water vapors are formed. These water vapors, they will rise up, then it will cool, then condensation process will take place, means they will undergo condensation. Okay, and after condensation they will form tiny droplets of water which appear as clouds. So how are clouds formed? This is the way the clouds are formed. Okay, now these clouds are formed when the tiny droplets of the water, they join together to form bigger drops. They fall down in the form of rain. Okay, there were tiny droplets when the cloud was formed. So these tiny droplets of water, they join together to form bigger drops of water. And when they joined to form the bigger drops of water, they fall down as rain. Okay, so this is how the rain occurs. Okay, evaporation, condensation, then precipitation. Okay, so this is how the rain occurs. Now when the temperature is very low, when the temperature is low enough, the precipitation may occur in the form of snow, sleet or hail. Okay, when the temperature is low. Otherwise, what will be there? It will be raining. And the patterns of the rainfall patterns, they are decided by which factor? They are decided by the prevailing wind patterns. Okay, so the patterns of the wind, they will decide the pattern of rainfall. Okay, in which direction the wind is blowing. So the pattern of the rainfall will be dependent upon the pattern of the wind. So this was about rain. Now our next topic is air pollution. So students, you are familiar with this word air pollution, right? So what is air pollution? The increase in the content of harmful substances in the air. It is called as air pollution. Means when the content of the harmful substances present in the air, they keep on increasing, it will lead to a pollution which is called as air pollution. Because it is taking place in the air, right? So that's why called air pollution. Right? You can see from the diagram how the air is getting polluted. Right? The smoke from the chimneys, they are being released and the air is getting polluted. And how to define air pollution in second way? Actually, there are numerous methods to define air pollution. So you can define in your own words also. So air pollution, it may be defined as the addition of foreign particles, gases and other materials into the air which adversely affect the health, vegetation and property. Okay, means in air what is being added? Either the foreign particles or gases or the other materials which will affect the health of the people, the vegetation as well as the property. That is pollution. So now are you clear about this term air pollution? Okay, so our next question arises, what are the sources of air pollution? Actually, there are various sources which are contributing to the pollution of the air. They may be by human activities as well. So let us study some of the sources. Fossil fuels like coal and petroleum. They contain small amounts of nitrogen and sulfur. Okay, the coal and petroleum, they are containing very small amount of nitrogen and sulfur. Now when coal or petroleum they are burnt, so it will release the oxides of nitrogen and oxides of sulfur. Okay, because nitrogen and sulfur they are present in them. So when they are burnt, they will be releasing oxides of nitrogen and oxides of sulfur. Alright, and these oxides they dissolve in rain. They go upward, right? So they dissolve in rain and they cause acid rain. Okay, so what is acid rain? When the oxides of sulfur and nitrogen they dissolve in the rain, they come in the form of acid rain. Okay, so this is called as acid rain. 1 or 2 mark question can be arose from here. Okay, so this is acid rain. Second source of air pollution is smoke. You know that fossil fuels are being burnt. Okay, so they are also releasing unburnt carbon particles. And what these are called as? These are basically called as hydrocarbons. Okay, so these unburnt carbon particles, they reduce visibility. Okay, the people roaming on the roads with the vehicles, they are not able to see due to air pollution. So that is due to the release of unburnt carbon particles. Okay, and when the weather is very cold during winters, this unburnt carbon particle they will combine with the condensed water and will result in the formation of smoke. And this smoke, therefore, it is contributing to air pollution. So these are the various sources of air pollution. So students, in other words, what we can say, smoke plus fog, it will result in the formation of smoke. Okay, smoke, it is a dust particles which is being released by the human activities, and this fog, it is taking place during the cold weather. So when these two combine, they form smoke, and which is contributing to air pollution. So you can see a picture where there were various vehicles on the roads and they are not able to see. This is not the picture of winters. This is actually the picture which is showing air pollution. The air is getting polluted. So now the question arises, what are the effects of air pollution? What are the effects? You know that gases like oxides of sulfur and oxides of nitrogen, they are being released by the fossil fuels when they are burnt. Okay, so these gases, they cause irritation in the eyes as well as throat. And also these gases, they harm lungs, liver, kidneys, and also have bad effect on the nervous system. So the oxides of sulfur and nitrogen, they are basically harmful gases. And it can damage our nervous system also. Second effect is smoke. Smoke in air, it is highly suffocating and it reduces visibility. The people, they cannot see on the road due to smoke in air. Right? And what is the third effect of air pollution? Increasing amount of carbon dioxide in air is causing global warming. Yes, very important. You know that carbon dioxide is being released into the atmosphere, right? Now when the content of the carbon dioxide keeps on increasing in the air, it will contribute to global warming. Okay, the average temperature of the earth will rise up. So that is global warming. So there are actually various effects of air pollution. So what are the methods to control this air pollution? Basically, there are various methods to control air pollution. What are those? Use of eco-friendly fuel like CNG and LPG. Okay, if we adopt the usage of these eco-friendly fuels, what will happen? We can reduce the amount of harmful toxic gases. Okay, if the person is using diesel and petrol, it will contribute to air pollution. But the usage of CNG and LPG, it will not lead to air pollution. So we should adopt the usage of CNG and LPG. Second is, don't burn your garbage. Okay, you might have seen that people near their house, they have the habit of burning the garbage. Okay, so when the garbage is being burnt, what will happen? It will release harmful gases into the air, right? And it is contributing to air pollution. So we should not burn our garbage. Instead of burning, we can store them in pits. Third is, reduce the usage of air conditioners. If the usage of the air conditioners is reduced, then air pollution can be controlled. How? See, if the air conditioners are being used, what will happen? The harmful gases like CFCs, it will be released into the air, and that is a major factor for contribution in the depletion of ozone layer, right? And that is contributing to air pollution finally. So we should reduce the usage of air conditioners. Fourth is, reduce the usage of cars and motorbikes. If the usage of the cars and motorbikes are reduced, then the air pollution can be limited. Because these motorbikes or these cars, these vehicles, they release various harmful gases which is polluting the air. So we should reduce these vehicles. Next is, walk or use cycle for nearby places. If we want to visit nearby destinations, we can go for walking or we can adopt cycling instead of adopting the use of the vehicles like cars and motorbikes. Okay. Next is, create awareness among the citizens. If we create awareness among the citizens through the campaigns like Go Green, Earth Hour, so air pollution can be controlled. And the last but not the least is, plant more and more trees. If you keep on planting more and more trees, the air pollution is being minimized. And if the trees are being cut for industry purpose or for whatever, it is contributing to air pollution. So we should adopt these methods in order to control air pollution. So this was about today's lecture. What we discussed? Wind, rain and air pollution. So students, now I would be discussing the homework solutions of lecture number 1. Your question number first was, how is our atmosphere different from the atmospheres on the planets Venus and Mars? Answer. Earth's atmosphere is composed of various gases like oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, water vapor, along with various gases in small quantities. Hence, making it a balanced composition which is livable than other planets. So this was about Earth. Now on the planets like Venus and Mars, they have more than 95% of carbon dioxide in the air. And due to this, it is making the existence of life impossible. So this is what I discussed in lecture number 1. This is a direct question. You can write in your own words also. Question number 2 was, how does the atmosphere act as a blanket? Answer. Atmosphere, it forms a thick envelope around the earth. You know that the layer of air that surrounds the earth, which is called as atmosphere. So it is actually forming a thick envelope around the earth, and it prevents the sudden increase in temperature during the daytime, and at the same time it does not allow escape of heat into the outer space during night time. Right? It also prevents the entry of harmful solar radiations from reaching the earth. Thus, the atmosphere acts as a blanket and it maintains the average temperature of the earth. So this was the answer of question number 2nd. Question number 3rd was, why is the atmosphere essential for life? So we will have to explain few reasons. Answer: atmosphere, it prevents the harmful radiations of the sun from reaching the earth. That is the point I discussed right now in question number 2. And it neither allows daytime temperature to rise abnormally high, nor it allows night temperature to fall drastically. It provides oxygen to all living beings for respiration process and carbon dioxide to plants for photosynthesis process. Thus, the atmosphere, it provides optimum conditions to living beings to exist on the earth. So these were the solutions of the questions which I gave you in lecture number 1. So you can match your answers and you can correct. If you have any problem, you can ask me. So what is your homework for today's lecture? You have to answer the following questions. Question number 1 is, what causes wind? Question number 2 is, how are clouds formed? Question number 3 is, list any 3 human activities that you think would lead to air pollution. So these are the questions you have to do in your notebook. Thank you, class.